Hey guys, and welcome to another Crossfire cast. And once again, joining me is your favorite dirty talker, or mine anyway. Say hello.
Excuse me? It's dirty talker? All right.
Use a potty mouth. You got a potty mouth,
Well,
sir.
maybe a little bit. I'm Space Guillotine. I am not very good at this game, but I think about it a lot.
Alright, okay. That's a pretty cool introduction, I guess. So, once again, we'll get this replay underway and then we can introduce the players. So, we'll get this replay started in 3, 2, 1, click. And 8, 9, and 10. So,
Cool.
this replay was posted by Mr. StephennJF. If you don't know who StephennJF is, then there's a program called Twitch, a website called Twitch. I advise you to use it because Stephen's always on there, he's always streaming, and he's a top bloke. He's really good laugh, and yeah, an all-round
Noted
good player.
Australian StephennJF.
Thank you for that as well. Probably the only Australian playing this game. Maybe
I'm,
not.
I'm sure there are other Australians who play Company of Heroes.
I disagree.
Okay.
So, going up against him is CondemnationWings. Who is CondemnationWings? Well, I'm glad you've asked that question.
Could I ask that question?
You can ask the question.
Who is Condemnation Wings?
I'm glad you asked that question, man. That was just on my mind. Basically, CondemnationWings was this relatively unknown Korean, I believe, player. I'm not too sure if he's from Korea, but he's basically
Very Korean.
very Korean. Yeah. Okay. But he came out of nowhere to win the SL 1v1 tournament last week, I think it was. So he's now the guy to beat. He's got the target on his back. Everyone wants a piece of him, and everyone loves some good old Condemnation Wings.
It was the Kotu.org tournament, the Longerskaya
Excuse
tournament,
me.
not the ESL.
Correct.
I don't think he's in the ESL actually.
Is he not?
Nah, I'm thinking, and I'm going through all of like the big name players in the ESL, and he's not one of them.
All right. Okay. But I mean, like I say, he managed to sort of he won this tournament without really being a known player, so he's just catapulted himself into stardom and fame and glory, and he's doing so with a double conscript into a pioneer start. Excuse me, pioneer combat engineer start. So I'm guessing what we'll be seeing is some very early scout cars out, and getting some flamers on these engineers to make them a bit more useful. So. Well, Space Guillotine and I had a nice big hit of in-game cocaine after the last game. What do you reckon this one's got in store for us? Do you reckon this can be a barn burner, or...?
I'm hoping so. You know, from the replay thing, it has a pretty decent length to it, so it's not a blowout one way or the other. And you know, it's Kotu. There's enough pretty things happening at any given point that any game looks cool. Regardless of how good it is, but both of these players are both legit, so I actually think we're looking at a pretty damn good game.
Sweet, man. I wasn't too sure what he was doing with his pioneers there. Sorry, excuse me, with his conscripts. He was running away and not retreating, but I don't know whether he was just trying to draw attention away from his cutoff point, or if he was trying to line up a Molotov right at the back, waiting for his Molotovs to kick in. No, he's not even getting Molotovs yet, so there's your answer. I think he was just trying to distract away from the cutoff point, which is, you know, smart, actually.
Yeah, Steven is opening, well, the Co-1 strategy is Volks MG, so Gren MG Gren. He's skipping the sniper because Axis snipers in this game have problems.
Yeah, I mean, I think the sniper is still good, but it's not wise to open with it. If you open with it, you're just letting yourself be countered quite easily. So, 2 scout cars building straight away for Condemnation Wings. He's going to want to try and get as much munitions income as possible to try and get these flamers on. You can see as soon as he hit 60 there, he had a flamer building on one of his engineers. Okay, he's actually, yeah, some point as well. He's getting the flamers on the full health engineers. He may as well, because they'll last a little bit longer, hopefully. So, engineers and pioneers going to toe-to-toe until the rest of the Soviet boys rocked on up to deny the cap of this fuel point, which will be going back into the hands of Condemnation Wings. And you know you can hear the humming of his vehicle heading on over. Walks right into an MG42 with these conscripts. Conscripts are immediately suppressed and they're going to be pinned very shortly. There you go. And they just go on out there. Because
Oh man, they got chewed up.
Yeah.
Like, four models with that much health in the squad, not good. Do not recommend. Does he have field infirmary up? Is he planning on getting that?
It's way too early, I feel, to get field infirmary. I think it's only really viable after around about the 5-minute mark. But the ideal window is to get it before the 10-minute mark, because that's really going to start paying for itself. Unfortunately, the scout car is going way out of where he needs to be, because he's Shrek very quickly destroyed by the MG. Here comes the clown car though to try and punish him a little bit, but there's another Grenadier squad which is going to be able to fire off another Shrek if he wants to. Yep, there you go, another Shrek coming out. Small arms fire should take this vehicle down. Depends on how much flame damage you can get off, really.
Eventually, yeah, like he is. Oh God, those Tor Grenadiers.
Yeah, it was right up next to that Flamer as well. Flamer had an easy time, so small victory there for CondemnationWings. He did lose that scout car, but he pushes off 3 units in the meantime, and he's going to be able to repair this up whilst capping his 7 points as well. So he does have control of both the fuels. This bottom fuel isn't actually linked up to him yet, but denying it for Stephen nonetheless is going to be cool for him. And he's now decapping the middle munitions point as well.
Stephen is getting up a medic bunker already. Okay. He's spent his, I guess, first 60 munitions on it, which is good because that one Grenadier squad, his Vet 1 Grenadier squad, had maybe 8% health left with 2 models in the squad.
Yeah.
Which is a terrible situation to be in.
Like I say, that's why I say around about the 5-minute mark is kind of the optimal time to get it in. That's when you're really going to need to start using it, and you've got kind of enough munitions to get by, because obviously he's able to fire off 2 Shreks onto the scout cars as well, so we had enough munitions to float around to get that in. And yeah, you need to keep your guys alive. I mean, it's not really... It doesn't matter if you've got 4 models left if your guys are no health, because they'll just melt instantly.
Yeah, the next squad that shoots at them will be like Neo and just headshot everybody.
Yeah. So,
which admittedly is really fun to watch. But
that was really sucky. This has happened quite a few times. He fired off the Shrek onto the scout car, but unfortunately the engineers took the damage, so there's no damage engine on it whatsoever. And apparently this is kind of meant to be in the game, or possibly should be in the game. I think there might be a little bit of a cop-out excuse from the developers. They said that because of Panzer Shrek, you get it immediately, you don't need to tech for it.
A little bit of a cop-out excuse?
Yeah, I play Soviets, so yeah. No, I mean, it's... You can see they sort of stand from it, but I don't think that's right. I think that should be entirely equal. If the 18-8 will throw over hedges and around corners and through vision and always get a damaged engine, so should the Shrek. That's the only... I know there's you know... having a complete mirror is not normally fun, but that's kind of vital. I think you either balance it out by having the nades sort of slightly nerfed or Shreks slightly buffed.
I would give Panzer Shreks greater range because it's fired out of a launcher and not thrown by a guy. You know?
I didn't even think about it that way, to be honest. I didn't really think about the mechanism like that. I mean, I know like Relic like to try and stay true and realistic as possible, but...
No, they don't.
No, well, you know what I'm saying, man. You know, they try and keep like, you know, all the units are from the time they didn't like invent like a ray gun and shit.
Well, yeah, they didn't, but I mean, there are still anachronisms. The T-70 shouldn't be in theater of war, by the way. The T-70 didn't start getting built until 1942.
Is it in theater of war? I don't know.
Yeah, it is in theater of war.
All right. Okay.
They did so well with like everything else, giving Panzer Grenadiers MP40s and the Panzerbücher 39, which I probably pronounced wrong because it's been a really long time since I've had to use German, instead of like Panzer Shreks or whatever. But put in like a BT-70 or a BT-50 or something that makes sense. God knows you put in enough units that aren't in multiplayer. Come on.
So Mr. Historian getting all serious on this with some real knowledge, yo. But meanwhile, we see the upgun scout car from StephennJF. StephennJF came along, took out one of the scout cars very quickly, but the engineers did the right thing. They just hopped on out and started doing some damage against it, because they probably will go down eventually to the scout car, but in the meantime they will be able to do some damage against it and make it a little bit easier. So I'm just going to run on out of there. And the bottom cutoff point is now being threatened by Stephen. He's going to take that nicely, and a sniper popping out from CondemnationWings. So again, we have this kind of, it's not hugely extended tier 1 play, but it's he's got the option to upgrade to tier 3 or tier 4 if he wanted to, but he's sticking it out. He's getting these units out as much as possible. You do want to try and get veterancy on them to make them as viable in the late game as you can. But an annoying MG placement for Stephen. Getting in this building right here is going to give him great vision right outside of the base, and just be annoying. Very annoying.
That is, oh my god, that's terrible. I hate that building. I hate it. It's such a piece of shit. Meanwhile, Stephen has gone tier 2. He has a squad of Panzer Grenadiers out. He has a half-track finishing now. So that's a thing that he's done.
Alright, there's quite a bit going on here. He did manage to actually take out the MG with a great grenade going in there. The Grenadiers are right up in the face of this sniper unit. Oh! He actually gets the Shrek to finish off the... Alright, that's kind of interesting. He actually got the Shrek to finish off the scout car. He didn't bother going for the snipers. He had the guaranteed kill there, so he took that instead of trying to fight it out and dig it out with close-range snipers. But the sniper's now running straight on into more trouble. One of them goes down immediately, and this one's going to go down unless he starts retreating him right away. Ooh, nope. Bam, in the face. Well, that's sad.
I like that move of going after the scout car as opposed to the other unit with the rifle with the scope, the sniper.
Rifle with the scope guy. Yeah, I mean, it was unfortunately
that's really safe play. It's very good decision making.
I mean, I'd probably go ahead and classify that as esports, but I think
that is esports as fuck.
I think you have trademark on esports. I think it's your thing. The half track now plowing on into the guards. Going to do a little bit of damage. They exchange a bit of some phone numbers there, but not really any damage going down. Conscript's going to come charging on in, trying to push away the Grenadiers. They do actually get a full-on retreat off of these guys. Very surprised by Stephen for doing that, because you have the half-track right there to support him if he didn't lose any of the troops. And the Panzer Grenadiers coming in as well, so a little bit back of it.
Run the guards, go home. Guards go away now. Thank you. Good lord. I get very worried about low model count squads. And Panzer Grenadiers. That's not a good combination.
Absolutely not, because Panzer Grenadiers have such rapid fire. You know, it doesn't matter about their accuracy; they're eventually going to hit you.
Well, they don't have an accuracy penalty on the move either.
What is this? The what is the actual gun they have? The actual
the Sturmgewehr 44. The STG. They call it an MP44 in the game. It's not.
Check this out, alright? Okay, we're gonna have more historian talk, I reckon, on this.
No, it was a really good rifle. It was the first assault rifle, basically. And they fire it just as well on the move as they do stationary, which is spectacular. It's so useful.
I mean, well, it's such a pain when you got these Panzer Grenadiers running right into your face and you can't do anything to stop it. But he's using this half track wisely now. He's keeping it back. He's keeping these Panzer Grenadiers out of the range of the Flamer, just reinforcing up the half track, and using more in a pickle way as well. These Flamers are going to have to get out of here pretty quickly. The guards are moving on in. They want to try and threaten the half track, but I don't think he's got much really offer that. Meanwhile, on the sort of top side of the map, which I've kind of neglected slightly throughout this first replay, we've got the engineers with the Flamers going up against the Grenadiers. Charging right on in, they got some conscripts backing them up. Oh, okay, right, so the Flamer engineer went down. The Panzer Grenadiers managed to recover the Flamer and actually legged it out of there. I'm not too sure if I agree with the Panzer Grenadiers picking up the Flamer because, as you just mentioned, their greatest utility is running, so...
I don't like that decision. Stephen has Tellermines up in the middle, so that's a cool thing. I hope those pay off.
Yeah, and I mean, the great thing is that middle point is that the roads leading in are very vulnerable to mining up. There's so many roads that you kind of always cross every road, no matter where you're going. But let's do a quick time check. I'm at 13:45.
All right, I am at 13:43.
All right, okay. I'll pause at 50 and I'll wait for you for a couple of seconds. Just let me know when you're there.
Pause it where?
At 50 seconds.
Okay. Yes, we are synced again.
All right, cool. All right then. Going again. So 53. 4. Half track then, floating around. He's going to be able to push off the guard squad as well as the Vet 3 Grenadiers. Vet 3 Grenadiers at this point of the game is cool. It's huge.
Oh god, they're basically immune to infantry right now, except that sniper.
Yeah, and obviously this is the second sniper he's got out now. That first one he completely threw away, unfortunately. But he's got very low squad count. He's only at 5 different squads. Let's have a quick look at Steven, see how Steven's getting on. You can see he's got, what, 6, 7 squads and 2 vehicles out. So in sheer numbers alone, Steven's able to just cap up the map all around Condemnation Wings, whilst he actually has no income and no territories connected at all right now. So that's an issue. You can see
rough.
Fuel and munitions income 4 and 6 respectively. Ouch.
Which doctrine did Condemnation go?
He's gone for the mechanized support. So he's got the guards, he's got the Mark vehicle, the ISU call-in, and the precision strike.
Steven's gone for joint operations. That's
the artillery
the
piece.
jack of all trades on map German thing. They can build the what is it, the
Pack 43 and the
Pack 43 and the 10.5 centimeter gun, and the light artillery barrage, which is really good, but it's only in 2 doctrines, which is upsetting because it's like it's normal artillery, which isn't in this game otherwise.
I think I just seen a pack gun actually explode an engineer flamer, which is very unfortunate. He's gonna have to leg it on out of there.
That sucks so bad. I hate that critical so much.
Yeah, it's really frustrating. You find that every other guy, you know, pretty much no one drops their weapons in the last few games. Go on.
You know what it was?
Go on.
The combat engineers were standing on top of the teller, which got set off by the. Speaking of criticals, holy shit!
You just seen that as well, yeah. So that flamer picking up is definitely a bad idea there. I was about to say, the flamer is the only real weapon that sort of explodes or gets dropped before like the last guys die. Things like Panzer Strikes and Panzer Grenadiers, they'll always have their those bazookas until the last guy, basically.
Not true.
Is it not?
It's a higher chance to drop from the last man, but
Okay.
you can drop and still have the squad be alive. It's rarer for it to happen like before the squad is dead, but it does happen.
Okay, I've not noticed
It happens with guards a lot because they have
Yeah.
4 special weapons in the squad.
The guards, yeah, you'll always notice guards and drop some stuff quite annoyingly and frustratingly, but there we go. Scout plane coming out for StephennJF, Steven, sorry, excuse me. I'm going to reveal the Su-85 now in play for Condemnation Wings. And once again, we've got the Su-85 being the first vehicle out, apart from the scout cars. And again, it's preventative measure. It's going to very handily be able to deal with the upgun scout car and the half-track that Steven has. Wait, has he got the upgun scout car? Yeah,
Yes, he still has the upgun scout car.
there is a pack out as well, so he won't be able to just rush this Su-85 on out. And like I say, he's got good vision now. He knows exactly what Condemnation has got, just with that one scout plane alone. So it's really worth it in terms of munitions. Is that another flamer down?
It is.
Oh God,
This
that's
is
bad.
this is a bad day to be a fucking flamethrower man.
Yeah, it looks like. I think we kind of jinxed in this match. I mean, what's your sort of take on flamers in general then? I mean, do you, when you've got your pioneers or your combat engineers, do you always upgrade flamers? Do you only do it situationally? What's your...
I do it situationally. You know, if I'm going for, you know, the like an M3 opening as Soviets, I will absolutely get flamethrowers. With Germans, I tend not to. I don't think pioneers are survivable enough to justify the 60 munitions.
Okay.
Also, this is a running theme with our games. Steven is building a Pack 43.
Well, I mean, that's why you're here. You're the expert for Pack 43s, right?
Oh yeah, totally. I
Yeah.
have built
We did all this on
literally
purpose.
ones of Pack 43s.
Ones of them. Alright, cool. Well, like we mentioned in the previous cast, this Pack 43 will be able to fire through anything. So it'll be able to fire through this this building right in front of it.
Convenient shot blocker. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's quite safe back there. I mean, there's quite a few flanking options available for Condemnation to pick up on. Ooh, half track goes down though. So that's through the guards fire at veterans of 2. It's going to be pleasing for Condemnation Wings. Well, hasn't had that many or any really squad wipes, I think, on Steven at this moment in time.
Well,
But he
the
is
Panzer Grenadiers
Oh,
the flamethrower got wiped.
Did they actually go down?
Yeah, retreating through their own fire. Not pleasant or healthy.
Okay. So the S-55 is being toyed with by the Scout Car. Scout Car has got the speed advantage if he was able to, so he's able to change direction, and the Shreks are able to fire on the rear arm of the S-55. Great distraction play there from Steven, using it to his advantage. That he knew the S-55 wouldn't bother targeting the Panzer, so there's no point. Unfortunately, the following up Shreks, unable to finish off the S-55, so you have to get on out of there, as he does rightly so. But losing only one Panzer, two Panzer Grenadiers, excuse me.
He lucked out a lot. I don't know if you caught that, but the first shot missed. The second shot was ready to be fired, and the model died.
Oh,
which reset the firing time and let the Su-85 get away.
But also kind of unfortunate. I mean, this Vet 2 Scout Car stuck around the cars too long, and he does go down as well. So, you know, a big dent.
Only German tanks become invincible at Vet 2, not German light vehicles.
Well, that said, you know, the Scout Car will stick about a lot longer at Vet 2, but it's not. It's still a light vehicle. You know, it's still a lot of damage.
It still has. It's basically made out of paper mache and chicken wire.
Okay. So up north we've got these two snipers sticking about together. They're going to be very annoying to deal with. There's no vehicles out for him at the moment, but I mean, a single volley is going to force a retreat, and if he doesn't retreat, he's going to be paid for it with the actual squad's life. So I like the fact he's keeping them together, but obviously that makes him susceptible to any mortar fire or any glancing artillery strike that's coming in.
What are your orders?
Steven is upgrading tier 4.
Straight away?
Or escalate to battle phase 3 or whatever. The one with the Brumbear and shit like that.
So he's not even bothering for P4, he's going straight for tier 4. Cool. Alright, we'll see what he does with that.
He's skipping tier 3 entirely. I guess he's leaning on the Pac 43 for his like anti-tank.
Okay, so it's actually a very similar game then to what's actually panning out from the last game.
I like Steven's build better though.
Yeah, I mean, Steven's gone straight for tier 4 rather than hanging about and getting command tanks. And obviously going joint operations as well. It's going to be helpful. Oh, excuse me, where are we done? There we go. MG in a good place down here. He's going to be able to defend the BP nicely from the incursion of Russian scum. But the snipers are there to deal with it.
Yo,
so
Dane, slow your roll.
What's that, sorry?
Yo, Dane, slow your roll.
Yo, Dane,
never mind.
Oh,
forget about it.
Rifle nade coming in. He manages to get the snipers out just in time, though. Bet 3 Grenadiers going to laugh at them as they run away and not die. Oh, a mortar strike coming down right on top of the snipers as well.
Oh, these snipers can't catch a break.
No.
Oh.
But again, it's a tentative from Steven. He's denying them from being as much of a threat and a nuisance as they can be. He's not eliminating them straight out, but just denying their territory and denying their denying them ever standing still to be able to take a shot.
Crossfire.
Yellow.
Crossfire, I have wonderful news.
Go ahead.
Do you know what Stephen is building out of tier 4?
I'm not even going to reveal it on the map. This is here straight from your angelic voice. Come on, tell me.
It's a motherfucking Brumbear! Fuck yeah! I love the Brumbear, and I am so glad that someone is making it.
Alright, so tell me about it. I mean, we kind of knew that Brumbars are coming because that's the title of the replay.
Well, yeah, we knew. The internet didn't.
The internet, you guys, you didn't. Tell me about the Brumbar. Talk me through the Brumbar.
The Brumbar is a dumb name that no one actually called it. It was the Allied code name for the Sturmpanzer IV. And basically, it's a Panzer IV chassis. And they took everything except, like, the treads and the engine out and replaced it with a giant fucking siege mortar. A 15-centimeter howitzer. This is larger than the majority of artillery in this game. And originally it was meant as an urban warfare weapon. After Stalingrad, the Germans were wary of city fighting. So they made the Brumbar and its bigger brother, the Sturmtiger, to make urban combat not urban combat anymore by blowing up every building. No more building, no more urban combat.
So, a pretty formidable tank then, something that's going to really dish out some damage. And obviously since the last patch has had a bit of a buff with its accuracy, the splash damage, depending on what you want to really call it. Let's not talk too much about splash damage. We want to get into that debate. But basically, in a nutshell, it is now practically going to kill something on every shot it takes. That's kind of the easiest way of summarizing it very quickly, very briefly. 2 SU-85s out now, though. It's the challenge. It's dominance. You're going to have to back on out of this. He's not going to be happy. Gets a Shrek off on one of these SU-85s and they start moving away. He is going to try and chase with the Brumbar. I'm quite shocked with this. Oh, it's the pack end. The pack end's doing the most damage at the top.
Yeah, the Brumbar has a cool mechanic that isn't used all that often. The gun on Brumbar is heavy enough to continue to do damage even if it deflects off the armor through sheer explosive force. So it does about a third of the damage it normally would, even on a bounce.
Another flamer going instantly there by the Brumbar shot. Packen was able to secure one of the SU-85 kills, and obviously the Pack 43 is still right back there. A small incursion coming from the Flamer Engineers, so it's nice that he's trying to keep pressure on all sides of the map. More strikes going down as well. Let's switch on back to Condemnation Wing, because I want to keep him as close to my heart as humanly possible. What is this artillery strike that's coming in here? Steven have artillery? Yeah. Oh, wait. I just caught a glimpse of it. No, it's just the Brumbar kicking ass. Jesus Christ. Yep. Alright, I thought he built like artillery. It's like, Jesus, look at the size of this damage. So that's how infrequently we see Brumbars, unfortunately.
Dude, when the Brumbar shoots, it's like it's the dick of God. It just makes this tremendous sound and this gigantic fucking cloud of debris. It's so awesome.
That's so poetic, man. It's like the dick of God. I like it. These Grenadiers are retreating home in the freezing cold and might not make it home. Is he? No, he just about catches the break and gets the warmth there.
I would like to point out that the Flamethrower Engineers that tried to make a run at the pack were killed by the MG42 in the building.
Right.
Another crit that took out the Flamethrower and another squad burnt to death, hoisted by their own petard.
Very much so, and unfortunately, so this Brumbar is going to be able to pick away at the. No, he gets shot blocked by the tree, so that damage is not. That shot was a lot. That shot does not land in. There are words finally coming out of my mouth. The pack is actually forced out as well by the conscripts, and now his SU-85 is able to roll on in and take slight control of this territory. He doesn't want to get too far in because as soon as he does, he'll get in range with this pack 43. He doesn't have the answer to it right now. If he wants to, he can just save up enough munitions to get a precision bombing strike in and just wipe that thing out straight and clean with munitions, but it is expensive to do it that way.
Yeah, and good luck getting those munitions.
Yeah. I mean, he's using them a lot for grenades and things, which is good. I mean, a good grenade on top of these Vet 3 Grenadiers. One of them explodes with very low health. No, I don't know if he's going to be able to get out of this. He's running for his lifeguards, looking for that kill. Not going to get it. The Brumbar is coming down now to displace these annoying guys, but the SU-85 is following him through.
The SU-85 is just, oh god! Guards, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Just missed that shot. I was trying to get the SU-85, but I mean, he's got decent enough armor that he can go down instantly to the. Wow! Look at that Pack 43 shot. He's just decimated the SU-85, and the Panzer Grenadier is going to be able to clean it up quite easily, even though the Cyber's firing at him. No way, he doesn't get the shot off. He does get the shot off, and down the SU-85 goes, and he even manages to get a cheeky shot off at the sniper as well, knocking one of them down. Brumbar's coming in here like the dick of God that he is.
18 kills on the Brumbar already.
18, he's only been on the field for like 2 minutes.
Yeah. In my extensive testing of 2 games, the Brumbar averages about 4 kills a shot on infantry that are in like normal dispersion.
Yeah, it's like say a conscript squad kind of thing, just running it.
Yeah, they're not like spread out, but they're not all clustered together either. So if your opponent is going very heavy infantry.
Oh, but did you see that though? I don't know if you've seen that, guys. That was savage. The Brumbar came in to take a shot at the the combat engineers he's firing at, and the Grenadiers actually took the brunt of the shot. The three Vet Grenadiers, 3 of them went down in one shot of the Brumbar. So it's a dick that swings both ways.
Yeah, but it's okay. There's one guy left, so he'll tell the rest of the squad how to be amazing.
Yeah, and he's going to need to repair this front bar up, which he is now doing with his pioneers, right in the safety of his pack. And another scout plane coming out just to make sure, well, just to see what Condemnation is doing. Revealing this S-85 again. He needed the S-85 just to counter the front bar, but he's limited in his ability to harass with it because the Pack 43 is just so dominating and uncounted right now.
Yeah, there's not a lot he can do unless he, like last game, gets out of Katyusha. Or goes for the precision bombing strike, but that's so munitions intensive, and he hasn't had control of the munitions point at all this game.
Yeah, and that's unfortunately it's the only munitions point in the game as well, so it's definitely frustrating as a Soviet player not having enough munitions. It's frustrating for both armies, really. But
it's generally a problem Soviets don't have.
Yeah, I mean,
they are a much less munition-intensive army than the Germans.
I wouldn't disagree with that too much. I think the Germans have the German things are much more expensive to actually get, whereas the I don't know what I'm trying about. I'll shut up now. There's too much actually going on. The Grenadiers very nearly taking out the snipers once again with the rifleman. So again, he's just denied the snipers all game. He hasn't taken them out. He just denied them. Grenadiers going up against a sizable force. They're going to have to get on out of there quite soon.
Ooh, Vet 3 guards. Alright, we got a real match now.
Vet 3 guards are kick-ass, but against this Brumbar, I don't know what he can really do. Unless he can get a decent flank off on it and pin it up, ready for the S-35 to follow up the killing shots. I don't know if he can do that, though. He is getting Katyushas now, so at least the Katyusha is going to start getting some free experience on the landing on the Pack 43 and hopefully destroy it quite quickly. But it comes down to time. I mean, Condemnation, he has got to bleed off, but he's only on 150 points. It's not a lot, and Stephen will just keep on the pressure and keep on taking those VPs, make sure he's always under the thumb. S-85 takes one of the shots to the Pack 43 and backs on out. That's all he can do. You'd have to repair that one up now as well.
Stephen is building the 10.5 centimeter light field artillery.
Rock on, I like that.
We have a full house of on-map for Germans right now.
Well, the good thing about that is, as soon as you can get Verency 1 on it, it will pretty much insta-kill the Katyusha that comes in with the counter-barrage ability. Counter-barrage is quite underutilized, I think, and it is really kick-ass. So
it's a very good ability. It's so situational.
Yeah. I mean, you don't get it for that ability alone. You obviously get it for the barrage, but when it's up and the Katyusha has been revealed, like I say, it'll just instantly pinpoint it and just take it out for you. There you are. First Katyusha's coming in now. It's going to land. It's kind of spread. Not doing a great amount of damage though. Conscripts are running on up close to it as well, but these LMG Grenadiers are going to have something to say about that.
I'm not sure that they're there to do anything other than provide vision for the Katyusha. It gets tremendous accuracy bonuses if it can see what it's shooting.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it still has like a spread to it, but it's much less bad than if you're just blind firing.
I really did not know that. I just thought the spread was the spread and you just dealt with it. But okay.
It tends to overshoot really heavily without vision.
And here's the answer then to the Katyusha. He's trying to pinpoint it with the artillery coming in from his artillery piece. Sniper's going to find a good target, and these Grenadiers are going to be able to get off some quick and easy kills and hopefully wipe the squad if Stephen's not paying attention. It's a Vet 3 Grenadier. No, he does. He's going to get him out of there. Days.
I feel like there was another Vet 3 Grenadier squad. Where did that go? Did that get...
I haven't been looking at Stephen's army too much, so I'm not too sure. But he did have quite a bit of a defeat.
Let me just rewind the replay.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Esports! Yeah, I mean, this artillery is pinging away. It's doing a nice bit of damage on the S-35. It's just enough to be annoying. It's not going to do any significant damage to it, though. Brumbar is coming around, sniffing for a flank. Able to push away the snipers. But he doesn't retreat them out, which is wise, so they're still able to fire. Katyusha's fires up on this top point up here. I don't know how much he did. He didn't do any damage, really, against the MG, but he did force retreat on it.
like look at that spread sort of compared to the around the Pack 43. Like it does make a pretty significant difference.
Yeah, I guess again it is, you know, like everything in this game, it comes down to the roll of the dice. But as I mentioned, the
Well,
VP
yeah.
the VP drain is on Condemnation, so now it's his game to lose. He needs to make sure he can secure these points, not only secure them but actually hold them as well. He does have quite a large munitions bank. I think we might actually possibly see a precision strike going in, but that's not really the issue. He's only got one S-55 out. It's just the constant pressure that Steven's applying through is just this hugely versatile army.
Yeah, I really like Steven's composition. I never really thought, like, you know what would be good in a 1v1 on one of the smallest maps in the game? 2 on-map artillery pieces. But here we are.
I mean, well, like I say, it's just the range they have. You can build them so far back and have plenty of range. Katusha's going in, trying to pick up these Learning Grenadiers again, not doing much damage. I don't agree with him.
3 mortar is dead.
It is. I missed that, unfortunately. It's busy looking at the Katusha barrage.
I think the Katusha just beasted on it.
Did it? Alright, okay. I was going to say, I prefer him just to sort of just use Katusha on the pack because that's safe. You're going to vet up from it. And then as soon as you get your vet 1 ability of Precision Barrage, you can just use that to finish off the guys. But there we go. I mean, heat in the moment, decisions, people do different things in different scenarios, really. Condemnation. He's got map control. And he's taking the bleed off, but that 99 points, I always say, as soon as you blow, like, as soon as you're at 2 figures worth, you're in trouble. We do see some flares going down around these guards. If he's not careful, I'm not too sure what this is coming in for Steven.
It's the light artillery barrage.
Doing
which
great.
is really good.
Wow.
I love that ability.
Oh, he's going to get out with his life. He does drop the DP-9 machine gun. But fantastic, he is just denying that area completely for him then. Artillery strikes coming in right down here. Again, I think he's just trying to sniff for this Katyushas and the S-85 and just try and hope that he can hit them. There's nothing else really stationary available for him to fire at, so he may as well be firing somewhere, right? And try and get up a lucky kill on the sniper, which it looks like someone has picked up one of the snipers.
There is a Panther on the field, and my favorite least used unit in this game, the German artillery field officer.
Talk me through the field officer. I never get him, and I've seen some great things. I've heard some great things.
It's basically a grenadier squad. You can only have one of them. They can't upgrade anything. They can't Panzerschreck. What they can do is they have 3 abilities and the veterancy first aid kit, which is garbage. They have a 30 munition smoke barrage.
Sorry, Brumbar just cleaned out his squad. That 3 squad there, 4 kills in 1 shot. Dude, carry on, sorry.
Brum's gonna brum, man. They have, it's basically a Victor target from the Brits in Co 1. It takes every indirect fire piece and fires it regardless of cooldown at a location for 80 munitions, so it's bad and you shouldn't use it because it's 80 fucking munitions. The really cool thing about them is concentrated fire. 15 munitions, all nearby soldiers and vehicles get an accuracy and rate of fire bonus. That is the reason you get an artillery officer. Other than he's fucking sweet as shit. Left-handed.
I mean, he's able to run up them with the troops when he's, obviously it's in the region, right? It goes by the region, or is it by the troops just nearby him?
It goes by troops nearby.
Alright, okay. So, if you've got like a hard point you need defending, or if you're assaulting, you can carry him with you. He does about the same amount of damage as the Grenadiers.
Like a 3-man Grenadier squad. The officer himself has a Luger, which, while stylish, not terribly effective.
Cool. Good to know, guys. Good to know. This Katusha has been quite effective. He hasn't got many kills in it, but he's being annoying. He's using it regularly on the cooldowns. He's on top of the timing, really. That's what I'm trying to say, I guess. But he is, unfortunately, triple capped.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. One final point about the field officer with his stylish greatcoat. He has the highest armor of any infantry unit in the entire game. The officer himself, not his squad, just that guy, has starting off 4 armor. which is about what shock troops get at Vet 3.
But that's just for him and not for the actual guys around him, right?
Right. At Vet 3, he has about the same armor as an M3.
Fair enough. And I guess again, the officer is the last guy to stay alive in that crew. Everyone else will die before him, right?
Unless you are incredibly unlucky, yeah.
Okay.
So it's a really survivable unit, actually.
That's cool.
For small arms fire, explosives will put him in the dirt just like anyone else.
So again, just fighting against this VP drain, he is able to turn it off and back onto Stephen at 55 points though. His time is running out. He needs some answers, which he doesn't quite have. He has got quite a lot of, quite a big bank of all munitions, manpower, and fuel. What is he waiting for? I'm guessing it's going to be an ISU 152, and I'm guessing he's going to try and get a precision strike on the back here on the Pack 43 and able to use it to its true advantage. But I don't know, man. I'm not a wizard. I can't see into the future. I'm only assuming. You see the artillery officer running on in there and then running straight back on out. So his pioneers handily dealing with him.
I don't actually agree with Steven's choice to get a Panther. I think, and I swear to God, I'm not joking.
I think you're going to say a second Brumbar, right?
Another Brumbar would have been better.
And I can honestly say that's not a bad shout, and the Brumbar's done a fantastic job. There is one Su-85 out, which he doesn't really need to counter for because he's denied the entire map through with this pack alone. The pack now finally looking at a sliver of health and like it might go down these Katyusha barrages. But not today, not quite yet. He needs another barrage or two to finish him off. And
that is the most survivable goddamn giant anti-tank gun I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean you can see it's actually on such a low amount of health. One more barrage will finish it off unless he repairs it. But he's not bothering to do that right now.
The life bar is crew health, not gun health.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You can't actually see like equipment health unless it's been decrewed, which is upsetting.
Well, that's my bad. I've been completely making up so many of my commentaries and my judgments on things.
Nothing tells you that. I had to figure it out on my own.
I bought the game. There's no manual with it. I mean, like Jesus Christ, we're in 2013. I used to get manuals in the 90s. What's going on? I'm only joking.
I don't know if you ever bought the original Fallout, the 1997 Fallout. The manual to that game was so fucking good. It was like written in character. It had recipes in the back.
Nice.
Really? Where are my World War II recipes?
Oh, Sniper getting picked out by one of the artillery strikes going in there. And he does have control of both VPs, but there's nothing defending them right now. So artillery is just pounding away down here. Panther is able to just walk on right up to this Su-85 and start trading with it.
But there's a buddy. The Su-85 has a buddy.
What's that, sorry?
Su-85.
Oh,
he has a friend now.
Aha! Ah!
And the Panther has to leave.
Yes, leave now, especially now that
and by leave, I mean die.
One more shot from the
Oh no! Yo,
chase him,
Steven's so smart.
He's gonna drop some smoke right there.
Fuck.
That is the esports, man. That is how you save your investments wisely and smartly. Planned out now, he laid it up and finishes off the Su-85 in style. Now this ISU is in a bit of bother. I mean, one shot could actually wipe this squad. He does smart thing to run away from it. But whew! Good play from Steven. There's good accurate use of the smoke. You know, you don't see fantastic smoke use that much, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's in theory.
Do you want to know something really sad? I think CondemnationWings is trying to get vision on this pack gun. But unfortunately, he's in the middle of a blizzard, so we can't actually use his precision strike. So, whoops. And he runs into a Brumbar as well.
And he's in the process of getting triple capped again.
Yeah, it's unlikely for him to come back from this. I mean, he's been very game. He's hung in there, and he's definitely traded some good blows with Steven. But I mean, if you just look at Steven's army, it's huge, massive composition, with plenty of veterancy in there to boot.
With the exception of the field officer, every line infantry unit that Steven has is Vet 3.
Yep.
Both Grenadiers, the Panzer Grenadier. that artillery is Vet 2. There's a veterancy deficit that is, I think, impossible to overcome at this point.
Yeah, I mean, 13 kills in artillery. The artillery hasn't done a huge amount of got a huge amount of kills, but it's done plenty of damage. The pack gun finally is decrewed, and you are very right there. The health of it is the health of the unit, because it's pretty much unscathed. It's at 3/4 health, and obviously in the last game we've seen the pack gun get recruited God knows how many times, so he's going to jump right on in there. But the ISU taking a nice shot at your favorite unit. That's the artillery field officers gone. 7 kills. The ISU. It's not bad. It's not bad.
I'm pretty sure, pretty inarguably, that the 152 is the best heavy tank in the game.
I second that. It's fantastic. I mean, it's not instructor means whatsoever.
It actually has pretty garbage armor.
Yep.
But it doesn't matter, because look, it just has basically infinite range, and it deals so much damage. And you can pay 30 munitions and strap a Panzer Grenadier on top of it.
And you can even you can actually shoot down. It's the only vehicle that available to the guys, apart from the IS-2 possibly, the only vehicle available with the MG pivot on top. So it does fire down any scout planes that are coming about, any strafing planes lying around as well. So bear that in mind. And unsurprisingly, the pack gun has been recruited. The Katyusha is trying to fire on the artillery at the back end, but it's not going to be able to do enough damage, unfortunately.
It's Vet 2 already. It shot at the ISU twice.
Wow.
Oh,
see the amount of
God.
damage it does. He is now just out of range of it. I don't think he actually knows that. Brumbar coming on here to
51 kills. The Brumbar is up to 51 fucking kills.
I mean,
And that's only hostile kills. It's up to 55 if you count all the Germans it's accidentally got.
well, it's only 4. I think that one Grenadier guy who got back, he's probably executed for trying to tell him. But there we go. Katyusha's revealed and instantly decimated by the Pack 43 placement. Down to 25 points. He does have the BPs at the moment, but not very long. ISC 152 looking very lonely and weak. He's going to start being repaired. I mean, this is just an ideal opportunity for the artillery. I do hear it going off. I'm assuming it's going to kind of land right here. No, it doesn't. He's firing at the base. But the Brumbar, alright, Brumbar on ISC 152 action. Here we go. Unfortunately, I think it's quite a fixed match.
Oh yes, a Brumbar with side skirts. It looks like a fucking TIE fighter.
I don't think I've seen one of the side skirts. I didn't see it now every day. Oh, okay, I think he's slightly ahead of me. And I completely agree, he looks very badass. Alright, you don't see that every day. Vet 3 Pioneer trying his hardest to accompany JX. He's held on his flamer at least, he learned that. Oh no, wait, the flamer actually exploded right at the very end. And that's good.
I don't think there's been a single flamer unit in this game that has not had the flamethrower explode on them.
No, it's just like, I don't think I've seen any flamers doing anything. I think I've seen like one flamer unit actually firing it. The rest of it just sort of dancing around in their own filth, fuel. All right, fantastic game. What are your thoughts? What's the pivotal moments in this? What could have CondemnationWings done differently in order to beat Steve in this game?
You know, I don't really think there was a pivotal unit. Condemnation just got outplayed. Steven had a comfortable map control for most of the game. Yeah, there were some times where it looked a little dicey, but he had really good unit preservation, and Vet 3 Panzer Grenadiers are basically the best infantry in the game. And once you have Vet 3 Panzer Grenadiers, or 2 squads of Vet 3 normal Grenadiers, it steamrolls from there.
Yeah, and I think, you know, early game, if you focus on unit preservation and getting the veterancy rather than on extreme map control, you're going to reap the rewards in the end game. Which kind of what Steven did. Like I say, he gave up quite a bit of the map at some point against Condemnation. And Condemnation, don't get me wrong, I think he was a very good player, and he hung out there a lot longer than a lot of other players would. But I think there's the mental effect of this Pack 43. As soon as it was there, he was like, "Oh, I can't move my SVD5s in there," and he was just a bit too afraid to use his infantry to get in there really and get stuck in. Because as soon as this building was destroyed, and I think it was destroyed quite early on, there was no MG to prevent any infantry just running up there really. So,
well, there was the other. Like there wasn't an MG in a building, but the MG was there. It was covering it.
Well, I think he did have his Brumbar lying around here as well, guarding it at some points. So he kept it better defended than the last match I think we've seen, but there wasn't nearly enough emphasis then placed on trying to take it out.
Yeah, the thing I have with this game as opposed to last game is the placement in this game. Is just, oh, look at this piece of shit. He's just there, and he covers the entire center of the map. You know, you basically cannot have a tank past your cutoff point. Which sucks. You can't chase the Brumbar down, and that thing put in some work.
Yeah,
57 infantry kills.
That's a lot, man.
That is astounding.
Even got 4 friendly kills as well, and they didn't even count, so,
yeah. You don't give a fuck. He's gonna... Yo, Brumbear gonna brum.
Hey, man, if I can damage you, I'll get experience, man. I don't care what side you're on. I'm gonna get my skirt on.
Do you get experience for friendly fire?
No, you don't. I don't think so, anyway, because I've seen quite a few times when people have been, you know, bidding their own troops to get the Austrian and things out. They haven't bedded up properly, so I very much doubt you do. But it'd be cool if you did.
Yeah.
There we go. Good game, guys. Thank you very much for submitting that replay for us to chat crap over. Thanks very much on behalf of me, and thank you to my special educational guest appearance guy who we may bother to get on again. I don't know if we will. I mean,
no, thank you for having me.
I mean, yeah, I've had an okay time. Yeah, it's not been alright.
It was okay, I guess. I didn't have anything better to do.
Yeah, I just sort of procrastinated and thought I'd get you on. But happy days. Let's get some real co-casters soon, yeah?
Yeah, please.
I'm only joking. It's been an absolute pleasure having you, Space, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this replay, and stick around for some more CO2. Ah, damn it. We're gonna have to restart this replay. I fucked up the ending.
Oh, God. Not fucking again, man.
Fuck shit.
It's 47 minutes. Do you have any idea how hard it is to sound surprised about a Brumbear like 3 times in a row? Fuck you.
Alright, okay. Let's not do this cast again. Let's just say good night and good day. Take it easy, guys.